Is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Friday edition of my MLB DFS podcast. We're ready to take over the second half of this MLB season. It's always shorter for the second half, so let's go on a hot streak to start things out. I'm going to mention to you guys in this video a couple pitchers I'm looking at tonight, along with two infielders and two outfielders. I'm doing this video fairly early today, so I don't know any of the lineups. None of them are out yet, but I'm just giving you guys these picks based on what the projected spots are on these guys. So make sure you check in later on the confirmed lineups with these players. So let's jump right into things here for pitcher. I don't think it's a night you want to spend up. Garrett Cole obviously is a great pitcher, but he's in a weird matchup tonight in Arlington. I don't think it's worth that salary. There's a lot of really good cheap guys that will allow you to pick some Coors Field guys and some other studs that you're going to want to pick from. So one guy you should be looking at is Dallas Keuchel in San Diego. I think he's a pretty good play here. San Diego's a big-time pitcher's ballpark. Keuchel's been pitching pretty decent since he's joined that Braves rotation, and I think it's a really good spot for him. His last two games, 7 innings, a few strikeouts in there. He's kept the earned runs down. Over 20 fantasy points there in the last two. I think he's a pretty solid play at that price. You could even put him into cash lineups. I don't mind it. Another cheap pitcher you could possibly look at is Yonny Chirinos. He's always a guy that stays fairly cheap and goes under the radar. He's got a decent matchup in Baltimore, more of a hitter's ballpark, but the Orioles haven't been too great of a team all year. And Chirinos has that 3.15 ERA. He's a favorite tonight, and if you look at his game log, it's pretty impressive. He's gone at least 6 innings in every single start in this game log here. 6 straight quality starts at 6,800. How can you go wrong there? There's not even much risk, and at that price, it's just way too good of a price there. So keep an eye on Chirinos. And one last pitcher you should be looking at. I'm giving you guys 3 guys you should be looking at for pitching tonight, just because it's a really, really weird night based on cheap pitching. Is Dinelson Lamet. I think he is really, really a good play. Maybe not a cash game play, but a GPP play for sure. He's only had 1 start since starting up here, and he had 7 strikeouts, a pretty impressive performance in Los Angeles against a really good Dodgers team. Now he's at home, and like I said with Keuchel, San Diego is a pitcher's ballpark, so at 5,600 in a guy that doesn't really have a pitch limit, I think it's a really good play. It'll allow you to absolutely stack the hell out of your offensive bats on your roster, so not a bad play with LeMay either. Let's jump right into bats here. One guy you should be looking at, Milwaukee's in a pretty good spot against the righty Sean Anderson of the Giants. I like Eric Thames. He should be batting anywhere from 1 to 5 here tonight. 3,200 is a great price here. He's a lefty. He draws that lefty-righty matchup, and he's more of a power guy. 13 homers on the year. I love that price on him. The Brewers are expected to score some runs tonight in Milwaukee, so Thames makes for a good play. For shortstop here, second infield play, I love Didi Gregorius. The Yankees, as I wrote in my article on my website, a really, really good team to stack. Probably the best team of the night to stack, even including that Coors game. They are expected to absolutely torch Aaron Sanchez of the Blue Jays. Last time Sanchez played the Yankees was in New York, and it wasn't too long ago. It was on June 24th, so less than a month ago, and he got absolutely crushed. 9 hits, 7 earned runs. I expect similar numbers tonight as the Yankees have another premier matchup here against Sanchez. Didi Gregorius should find himself in the middle of that Yankees lineup, and 3,300 is a fantastic price on him. Jumping over to the outfield, I'm loving Chris Davis, not the Crush Davis, but the better player with a K. Chris Davis of the A's, 3,200 is an awesome price on him. I wrote about the A's also in my Teams to Stack article on my website. He's only 3,200. His average has kind of been shot. He's gone into a little slump going into the All-Star break, but I'm hoping this break has let him clear his mind a little bit because he's a premier power hitter, one of the best in the league, and the A's have an awesome matchup tonight at home against Ivan Nova, who is a 5.58 ERA. So at 3,200 with Chris Davis most likely hitting cleanup on an A's team expected to score some runs tonight, I will take that play every single day of the week. Then our last outfield play here, I'm going back to the Yankees here just because I love them. Aaron Judge, an awesome play, even 4,400, that high price. I want him. He's most likely batting second tonight, and he should get 5 at-bats against the Blue Jays, where we all know the Bronx is a very, very hitter-friendly ballpark, and Judge is just, in general, makes every ballpark small. So it's a win-win scenario here, a great matchup against Sanchez, as I said with Didi. Try to get as many Yankees in your lineup as you can. I love Aaron Judge tonight batting second. That was some of today's video, guys. I hope you enjoy your weekend. It's Friday. Put a smile on your face, and we have the second half of the MLB season ready to get underway tonight. So until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off. Peace.